I had a laugh the second I saw this picture, and a bigger one upon reading the caption. But the Basican trip goes, so to speak, when I saw the negative comments. Some didn't think it was funny at all. It was sacrilegious, even blasphemous. One explained that it was sacrilegious to the artist and his work. I tried Googling about the piece, but couldn't find it, so I don't know the background if this was made to adorn a Catholic church to ruffle the sensibilities of its devout. But as it is a work of art, recreating it is not uncommon. But perhaps because the subject is of a religious nature and one that depicts the holiest event in Christianity, it's ruffling feathers. I may not be a Catholic, but I'm a Christian of the evangelical faith. Maybe that's why I'm not as offended, as we don't have images. In fact, as both an evangelical and an art enthusiast, I like that they try to recreate it. Whatever the intention was, that's between them and the Almighty. I like it because the man spent time with the artwork. If we were to admit it, if we saw this at a museum, we would just spend 3 seconds looking at it, more seconds taking a selfie, and be on our way to the next selfie. At least this gang took the time to study it and recreate it to perfection. Maybe it was the caption that threw some people off. So this is what it will look like without the cheeky caption. Would the faithful still be offended? So, to each his or her own. As Pinoy Arturo, I try to observe each and every detail, but since I mostly studied painting and even a sculpture from one angle, looking at my screen, my observations can still be limited. Recreating a piece like what these young men did is wonderful for me as they are forced to study work carefully to make a perfect pose. They are not passive observers, but active and interacting with the piece. They get to experience how it is to be a model if the artist had models making this statue. If anything, they would realize how difficult it is to hold this pose. And that's a level of experience you won't get by just taking a selfie or scrolling. If we can have the opportunity to speak with the men, they might give us more insight to help appreciate work. I wonder if people would find this as equally offensive. We have heard of how art can offend. Well, a method of appreciating art can also offend. Accepting that as a reality is essential. Art is essential.